Hello, I'm Dr. David Waterhouse, Senior Curator of Natural History and Geology at Norfolk Museum Service. Now, as part of Strangers Hall's Secret World Summer Programme, I'm going to be talking to you about butterflies and moths. Back in my Secret World headquarters, well, my garden shed, I'm able to go into more detail. Butterflies and moths are, of course, insects. As adults, they have 6 legs and 4 wings, and they belong to the order Lepidoptera, which comes from the ancient Greek for scale wing. So what is the difference between a butterfly and a moth? Butterflies are around in the day and moths at night, right? Well, it's not exactly as simple as that. Whilst it's true to say that lots of moths are nocturnal, you do also get day-flying moths too. The most familiar in Britain is perhaps the splendid cinnabar moth, which flits about during the day sipping nectar. The real difference between butterflies and moths is the way they look. Butterflies tend to have thin antennae with little clubs on the end, whilst moths mostly have feathery antennae without clubs. Moths tend to have larger, furry bodies, whilst butterflies have thinner, smoother bodies. But it's really when they're resting that you can most easily tell the difference between moths and butterflies. Moths hold their wings either spread out or folded back along their bodies, whereas butterflies tend to hold their wings folded up above their body. As we only have a few minutes, we're going to concentrate on a few butterflies and moths which you can see in the summer in Norfolk. The comma, peacock, meadow brown, swallowtail, clothes moth, angle shades, and elephant hawk moth. Firstly, the comma butterfly. They're named after the comma-shaped white spots on the underneath of their wings. They're masters of camouflage, both as adult butterflies and young caterpillars. Their unusual scalloped edge wings and orange-brown colour help them to blend in with fallen leaves whilst hibernating in the autumn and winter. But the caterpillars take a different tack. They look like bird poo. Peacocks are bright and beautiful and quite large butterflies. Their wings bear 4 eyes, like a peacock's tail feathers. But when they fold them up, they look just like dead leaves. Their favourite food plant as adults is the buddleia, otherwise known as the butterfly bush. Their tough-looking, large black caterpillars have small white spots and big, hazardous-looking spines, but they're actually harmless. You'll find them, as I did, mainly munching on common nettles. The meadow brown is very common and easy to see at this time of year. It can be confused with a gatekeeper, but they're smaller and more orangey in colour. They're also active on those not so sunny days, so you have much more chance of spotting one through the British summer. You just can't look at butterflies in Norfolk without including the swallowtail. We have our own subspecies here in Norfolk, Papillion machaon britannicus. In Britain, they're only found on the Norfolk Broads and into the Cambridgeshire fens. They're our largest butterfly, and you just can't miss them. They have yellow wings with black veins and a little splash of red and blue on the hind wing. Absolutely stunning. Next, onto some of the moths. First, I'm going to start with the mortal enemy of the museum curator, the clothes moth. These little blighters evolved in birds' nests, and their caterpillars or larvae eat the feathers that line the nests. However, they also enjoy eating our clothes, made from wool or other natural materials, woolen carpets, as well as nibbling on the taxidermy that I look after for my job. We don't use any chemicals to get rid of them at Norfolk Museum Service, though. A trip to the freezer with anything that's infested soon sorts them out. The angle shades is a much friendlier creature. Their beautiful pinkish-brown wings folded in an angle over their body, help them to look like a withered leaf when resting. And they're a moth that can be active in the daytime, so are easy to see. Then we finish with my favourite, the elephant hawk moth. The adult moths are huge, vivid pink and sort of greenish yellow colour. They're named after elephants, not because of their size, but because of their caterpillars, which grow up to 7 or 8 centimetres long and look like an elephant's trunk. So there you have it. Whether it's their wonderfully descriptive names or beautiful colour and pattern, it's easy to get into the secret world of butterflies and moths.